I want to start this video by giving you a challenge. I want to see if you can go a full day while only doing one thing at a time. No phone while eating, no videos while you're on a walk, no podcasts at work. The one exception is you get to listen to music as much as you want. But the real focus is that you are doing the one activity you are doing with 100% focus. Now, what I'm saying probably sounds pretty miserable, but what you can get from it is something that can almost radicalize your life. Let me tell you a story about it. So I want to harken back to the start of COVID, back when we were all just kind of like, okay, I have a full day, I could do anything. And for some reason, I thought that meant I needed to be hyper productive. The way that I thought I could have the greatest impact and do the most stuff was to constantly be doing things all the time. If I was going on a walk, I needed to have an audiobook in. If I was going on a drive, I needed to have a podcast on, right? If I was at the gym, of course I needed to be learning something. And not to say that having an insatiable appetite for learning isn't important, but what you come to find out is that if you're always learning, you never really have time to internalize that information. Giving yourself downtime in order to think about what you've heard, internalize, come to conclusions is something that we are losing. We are always having a constant update, something new, something distracting us. And let's be honest, it's mostly our phones. If you take your phone out of the equation, it's probably a pretty easy thing to do to just focus on the thing you are doing. For me, whenever I'm going to play hockey, my phone turns off whenever I'm at the rink because I don't want to be distracted by it. Whenever I'm there, it is solely focused on being in the moment, warming up for the sake of warming up, getting dressed for the sake of getting dressed, being on the ice for the sake of being on the ice. When you appreciate the tasks and activities you're doing for what they are, you not only come to enjoy them more, but you tend to perform better as well. So there I am, constantly trying to do things, and lo and behold, within, 2-3 weeks, I am burnt out. I have nothing left. I just feel like I'm making no progress, and I'm putting in way too much work for that to be happening. It's at this point that I discovered a book called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Shinryu Suzuki. In essence, what it preaches is the idea that you should be totally present and not influenced by emotions or other things, knowing that you're on your right path and nothing can distract you. It'll just simply flow around you. An example of what Suzuki talks about in the book is that it's akin to a fire. An example that Suzuki gives is one of a fire. If you have a blazing fire and you throw a piece of wood on, it's going to burn down completely. But if you have a fire that is blazing and you put a piece of wood in and then take it out because you want to save the wood, you're going to have ashy wood, and ashy wood will not burn. It's better to have the ash because it makes room for that new fresh piece of wood. If you're constantly just putting wood in for a little bit and taking it out, you're going to be left with just ashy wood and a fire that doesn't have consistent fuel to burn. It's the same thing with your passions and your work. If you're constantly going in for 50%, pulling back out because too tired, distracted, something else was better, then you're ultimately going to expend much more energy and effort and really feeling going in and out of those activities than you are from being able to commit fully to one thing and then taking a break to reset, committing fully to the next thing, taking a break to reset. So back to my story. When I realized that, okay, this isn't working, what did I do? Well, sounds a little bit corny, but I literally just shut my phone down for a couple days. The phone, as I said, is probably the biggest distraction that you could have. It's literally designed to do that, right? It's designed to pop up a notification and be like, oh, I'm doing something. Oh, there it is. Wonderful. Let me see what this is. That's precisely what you're trying to avoid in this. What you can do, a little tip that I found, is you can turn on different focuses. So you can set ones that turn on for specific times of days automatically, where only specific people can call you. right? If it's an emergency, all right, mom or dad needs something, great. They can contact me, but no one else can, no apps can. It's a great way that's free, because a lot of the blocker things cost money for some reason. It's a great way to control what can distract you, because some things are worthwhile, right? If you're simply out gardening and your mom calls you and she fell down the stairs and needs your help, that's a distraction that you should follow. But if it's you're gardening and your mom's calling you because she wants to know what time to go pick up groceries, that's something that could wait for you to finish your task. So in essence, when I took my phone away, there were very few distractions for me. I was able to take days more slowly. I was able to be in flow state more often because things were newer to me. I was more engaged with them. And all of a sudden, it turned out that I was learning things. I was coming to my own conclusions. Giving yourself the time to think about all that information I had spent like months gathering, giving it even a full day to just internalize and be like, oh wait, I can see now how that tip I got about light in the early morning is helping me to be more active during the afternoon. If you're constantly just learning new stuff, you never have time to use it. Give yourself the downtime in order to internalize, to think about. And all of a sudden, you're spending less time doing things that aren't as productive, and you're spending more time doing less that is more productive.